Well, hell's bells, Lucy. It feels I haven't been here on a Monday night in about 600 freaking years. But it's not been that long. It's been, what, 2 weeks? Something like that. Something like that, yeah. Anyways, it's Monday night. It's Heroes and Hooligans. It is Igniting the Fires, Babes and Blades Season 2. And what are we doing? What did we do last time? Who wants to recap?
I vote Beck should recap us.
Okay, so you see, I've been asleep, and I just assume that all of my friends have just been watching me sleep because I'm obviously the most important thing for them.
We totally didn't leave you down in some ditch.
We definitely went around the festival and played a bunch of fair games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ate some fair food.
Well,
Won some fair prizes.
Yeah,
okay.
Else is like,
Nixie ate food, but
dragon?
mystery meat on a stick was not so much. But yeah, we played games and won some prizes.
Yeah, there was snail racing.
Snail racing, yes.
Goblin wrestling.
Goblin wrestling.
Poetry.
Ethical goblin wrestling. We made sure about that.
Yeah. Poetry, a singing
staring contest with the Cyclops.
Yes, our blind druid won a staring contest.
Yeah.
And something about poetry. The poetry was real bad.
It was
like real bad.
Maybe it was so bad that it was actually good.
It approached like turning the corner, right? That it was so bad it was good. Yeah.
I thought the gnome had excellent poetry.
Okay.
Just saying, I did. So yeah, that was
well. You know what? We aren't gnomes. Maybe that is really good gnome poetry.
Totally fair. There might be like a cultural misunderstanding happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, there probably is.
And we're just terrible people.
Yeah, I'll own up to that. I am a terrible person.
I'm so sorry, nameless gnome. We are judging your poetry on non-gnome standards. Our sincerest apologies. You're probably great.
So,
or not. I'll know.
That was day one of the festival where you kind of did like the opening festival games that they had. And you went to a feast and all of that. Day two of the festival is very, very similar where you have the opportunity to play some games. There is Archer Alley. There is a meat pie. Yep, there's a meat pie eating contest, a grappling pit, liars and truth seekers. Dances of Lore, the amazing Presto's Wagon is also there. I mean, there's a lot of things for you to get into at the festival. Day two is just really meant to be a day of entertainment. So you're able to take the day to be entertained, should you so choose to.
We were sort of waiting, I remember, because with opening ceremonies and everything yesterday, the dragons were participating in all of that and were super busy. Was today that we were just going to wait until it was not opening ceremonies day, or was there a particular day we were waiting for where they would be the least busy?
I'm going to give you the schedule again. So day one is opening ceremonies and introductions. Day two is feast and festivities. Day three, the graduation and magical reckoning. The day four is the dragon dance. And day five is the closing ceremonies. The conclave will be meeting in the mornings and the events will be taking place in the evenings. The games and things are open and the food and stuff is open, all of that. You guys were waiting to be able to meet with the conclave and the council and such, but you haven't been able to do so because they had been extremely busy. Probably third, fourth day, once things start to kind of wind down and come to a close would be best. But you could try to seek them out if you wanted to. They're just meeting in the mornings, and it is morning time.
Okay.
I mean, up to you guys. Do you want to try and go meet with them today, or wait until third, fourth day? Or am I slow down?
Well, if they're meeting in the morning, then right this second, probably not.
Yeah. So
I mean, we can maybe tomorrow, or if we absolutely decide that it has to be done today, this afternoon. Right? We absolutely cannot meet with them right now because they're meeting with each other.
Right.
Yeah,
let's hard plan it for tomorrow. Soft plan it for today if it comes available.
If an opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Works for me.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah. In the meantime,
Vex, want to play games?
I do want to play games, and I want a funnel cake, and I want some spun spider silk candy, and I want a stuffed dragon.
I think we can accommodate most of that.
Wonderful. Let's go.
It is the fair, after all. Caters to everyone's absolute worst impulses when it comes to food.
You know, some gut rot later, and it'll all be great.
Our dentist will be very disappointed with us by the time we're done here.
What's dentist?
Never mind. I have noted down that we definitely have. Someone has. I think it's me. It might be me. A unicorn horn full of candy.
Gimme.
Yeah, all right, fine.
And I'm gonna pretty much eat like half of it right away.
They're just little chocolate candies with a hard shell candy coating on the outside, and they're all different colors of the rainbow, but the pastel versions.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat half of it right away.
No indicative candy printing on the outside, naming any brands or anything of the sort.
Definitely not a letter of any sort, I'm sure.
No. Mm-mm.
They just
Especially
have
not
like
one.
images of unicorns at best on them. That's it.
Sure, there we go. They're unicorn branded.
So, aside from the other games that you had already played, like I said, there is Archer's Alley, a meat pie eating contest, a grappling pit, Liars and Truth Seekers, Dances of Lore, and the amazing Presto's Wagon.
What's the wagon game?
It seems to be a potion maker by the name of Preston Glimbo hawking his wares.
Okay.
I want to dance.
But
Liars and Truth Seekers seem interesting.
yeah, I think we all have 4 different ones that sound interesting to us.
Yeah.
We have to do it.
I don't know if Finka wants to do archery. That sounds fun.
And we can all do
think
the
about
meat
it.
pie eating contest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Therefore, everyone tries. We get to kind of view everything.
So it's
Show
a
the
competition and a meal all at once. I like.
Yeah.
I love. The efficiency.
Um,
I'm done with it.
we'll have
How
to get more tickets. Though.
Tickets. Yep, I was just
True. Are we running a bit low on cash?
We have 3 tickets right now, and we have
Petty cash?
communal gold of 125.
Oh, we're fine.
Hold on. Let me pull
We're
it up.
fine. Okay.
Vex,
I definitely thought we were lower than that.
I have a present for you.
Ooh, I like
Oh, that's
presents.
right. We did get something for her.
Yes. Okay, let me pull it up. I pull out a pocket-sized frog and
Pocket frog.
let.
Pocket frog.
Oh, it's so much
Yes,
better than that.
and
Just wait.
Wait, I'm about to put it in the private thing so you know what it does.
And you should read that aloud, Vex, because you will be super excited and everyone needs to share in your reaction to this lovely, lovely thing you have now.
A pocket-sized frog that, when placed on the ground, grows to the size of a warhorse. Its amount that can jump vertically, equivalent to the PC's speed, and moves at double the PC's speed. Shrinks back down when commanded. If it lands on an enemy smaller than it, it deals 1d10 damage. Okay, so that means it can jump 30 feet, I think.
How
And
much
move.
can you move? Oh, yeah.
My speed is 30 feet, but
Oh.
I also am a heron god, so hold on.
Oh yeah, you jump too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Like, Mario Yoshi, that thing. Just have it jump.
This is everything I wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's a different thing. I can jump an additional 10 feet. But, so it jumps 30 feet.
And like can just move in general.
Yeah.
60 feet.
feet.
Oh my god, it's amazing!
Not only is it Vex with the zoomies, it's Vex with the zoomies on a frog the size of a warhorse. What could
She's
possibly go
gone. Is it really in the city? Gone.
What have you done?
We're
Look.
supporting you as our chaos gremlin.
I love it.
Like,
I'm gonna put it on my shoulder.
yes. You now have a
Don't
pet
lose it.
frog.
Anyway. Wakey wakey.
Um.
Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Something.
You're all gonna get a hug, whether you want one or not.
Yeah.
So,
Fuzzy, so it's not like it's a hot chip.
dances of lore. When you get there, I'm going to assume you bought your tickets. You know how much they cost and how many is in a sheet and all of that. You have notes. Get there,
Yeah.
you realize that it is definitely not actually a dance, but a place for sages and minstrels to work together to keep a meaningful memory alive. Archivists and historians pair off with performers of all stripes to present a short interpretive song, dance, or other storytelling medium that details a meaningful moment from the past. The most moving story is named this year's Tale of the Festival and will be performed throughout the realm until the next year's festival commences. Players can serve as historians or performers and pair up with a partner or an NPC, should you so choose, to create a combined history and charisma performance score, describing the story that they want to have interpreted on stage. The highest score of the day wins the honor of Tale of the Festival.
Interesting.
Well, I mean,
just
Cora, do
wanted
you
to
want
dance.
do Vex and Cora want to go dance together then?
You don't want Cora. You don't want Cora. Not if you want to win.
I mean,
Not about this.
above table, I have the best charisma, but if someone else wants to, like,
Are you sure you have the best charisma?
I don't know.
kinda,
I have a 20 for a plus
do
one.
I?
Maybe Vex and Zarso should dance.
I mean, we can.
I would pay money for that.
I'm not a good storyteller, but somehow I have 20. I have no idea. But I'm down to do it if you want a partner for it.
Yeah, but I don't want to tell a story.
Okay.
Finka
Sorry,
could tell the story.
story.
Finka's great at
Vex
storytelling.
is like an interpretive dance.
We tell the story via dance. We don't have to just speak.
And yeah, and by the way, this is definitely going to be very reminiscent of the Carlton.
No, here's what we do. We have you just be chaos incarnate, dance around like crazy, and then me doing very controlled, like, eloquent poses, telling a story of like insanity, and being sane.
Okay.
There was a god of war, and there was a god of chaos. They fought so long, and eventually they came together to create our world.
Perfect. There you go. We're telling the story of how the Big Bang right here.
But then they have to make soup.
Yes. That was the source of their conflict. They were fighting over who could make the best soup. They combined forces, and the soup they created is our world.
The universe of soup.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll title it The Universe of Soup.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Lock that in.
Final answer.
So you see the current reigning champions sitting off to the side stage. They have told the terrible tale of Red the Blue. And it is a very tall, older wizard looking gentleman with a long beard that's gray and some long gray hair, and he has like a wizard staff. And then his partner is a small halfling with super curly hair and abnormally large fuzzy feet.
We got this, Vex.
They're sitting off to the side in some comfortable chairs, smoking a very long pipe with some very nice scented herbs.
So I have marked that I still have inspiration. Could I get that to Zarso for the history portion of this?
No.
Oh, I've got history on lock. We're good.
Okay, never mind. We're good.
All right, so I will give you 4 minutes, Vex and Zarso, to come up with the story plan. And then after you come up with your plan, you are going to have to execute telling me the story. I won't make you dance or any of that, but I want you to actually tell a story. So you have 4 minutes starting now.
Okay. Universe. What the fuck should I call it? Oh God.
The universe of soup.
Yeah, universe of soup. Okay. So, I think we stick with the theme of the controlled dancing and the chaos because we'll be able to play that up really well.
Yes, and I think Vex could actually she could cast mirror image so that there's 2 of her.
Perfect.
Dancing around you.
I can do like some precipitation and light for like the center. So I'll be like in the center and have your mirror images around me, almost like a solar system.
Oh, I like it.
And then I'm casting light and like little sparks, like precipitation in the middle. We should write this down, otherwise I'm gonna totally forget when I'm talking. Okay.
Well, we're just telling Julia this is as we plan. This is what's happening.
So I'll be in the middle doing like I don't know dance like names, really, but like very the best way to have is like elegant, poses and like sparks and flashes as you are just like going nuts around me.
Yeah, I'm basically like a wacky, wavy, inflatable arm dude
yes.
around you.
And then, so that's like the first little bit. What's next?
You're telling a story. What's the story you're telling?
Well, we're telling this.
Soup.
Okay.
So how can we portray soup? Do you have like kitchen utensils and stuff that you make it with?
I mean, I'm sure I do.
You have 2 minutes left.
Okay. We could always have you like toss them between you and your mirror image.
Yes.
Like over me.
Not a knife because
No, please no.
Just like
Soft utensils.
like a ladle.
Yes.
Um.
And then I like
Oh.
hit them with sparks and stuff as they fly above.
Okay.
The
And
conflict.
then I think at some point I should crash into you.
Okay, continue the thought.
Okay. But because you are much larger than I am, you can control the chaos and kind of tone it down.
Okay.
And then my chaotic dancing and your really elegant, like refined dancing turns into like let's go with a flamenco dance.
Yeah, just like a balance of the two, where it's like the chaos but the controlled movements.
Yeah.
And then we end in one of those like big like dip poses.
Yes.
With like the ladle in your hand, just like flinging. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's the whole thing.
That's it. Got it. We're done. We don't even need more time. I'm confident in this.
What did you discuss your story?
It's soup.
That's the story. The story is the universe was chaos and also not chaos.
The god of chaos and order were hungry. They were trying to work out a meal. They tried to decide it with a dance off. Eventually, they decided to work together, and that they had so much fun that when they were done, they just decided to work together. And there we have them creating soup, which then turned into the universe.
Perfect.
Okay.
Somebody wrote that down, right?
Written.
No,
luckily this
no
is recorded, so we can go back
fine.
and look at it again.
All right. So it'll be 5 tickets
Okay.
for your team. And it is your turn. And there is a panel of judges sitting in front of you. A long blonde-haired elf, red-bearded dwarf, 2 kind of boring-looking humans, one of them slightly more attractive than the other. And they, wait for you to get up on stage. And then when you get up there, they kind of give you like the, okay, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and begin with your story nod.
We'll go for it. I mean, I'll start my in the middle, kind of elegant poses with my sparks of like light and presentation. Speaking for us, I'll kind of tell our story of the. I'm not even going to use it. I'm going to look this way. So, the order of the world was clashing with the chaotic energies of the world in what fine dish they wanted to make for dinner one evening. And throughout their battle, as Vex dances around me with the mirror images, talks in the ladle up above, as it gets hit with the little sparks of light, illuminating and unilluminating and presentation, little fire sparks, talking about how one wanted a savory soup and one wanted a sweet soup, and the world was in disarray during this discord, and there needed to be a resolution to the constant battling between the forces of the soups. So the 2 lords of order and chaos started their battle, and during the battle, they both realized, through watching each unique's perspective, that the collaboration between the 2 was better than a separation. And as I kind of tell this part, we start the flamingo kind of dance of intertwining, our 2 energies. Do you want to take over? I'll keep going. I'm in.
No, you're in the zone. Keep going.
Hey. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's coming from somewhere. And as we kind of like twirl across the stage as big as we can, still talking while I'm dancing this, I tell about how the two lords of order and chaos of the soups came together and made a unity soup of butternut squash soup, the combined sweet and savory. And we end it in a big, elegant dip with the ladle flying out into the audience.
In the middle of your performance, it starts to rain. And people in the audience look a little bit confused because their science mages said that it wasn't going to rain this week, but they also said if you ever wanted a job where you're wrong and get paid for it, be a science mage. So it starts to rain, and the judges are like looking at each other during your performance, and they start kind of like whispering to each other. What is your combination history and performance scores?
So like the bonuses?
Yeah, the plus.
Mine is 5 total.
Okay. You're muted, Lala.
Mine combined is a +9.
So +9 and +5 is 14. And so the dwarf stands up and he shows you a card that says 15 for your score. 15 out of 20.
Oh.
So you've got 14, 15. And then the blonde judge stands up and says, -5 points for historical inaccuracy.
What?
Did we misunderstand the assignment?
I think so.
Yep, we did.
But that's okay.
We
So-
ran with it.
You had 14 and 15, which was 29 -5 gives you 24. 24 total points. The reigning champions have a 31. So that puts you in 3rd place.
I'll take it.
So
Yeah,
you get bronze colored ribbons, and each of you gets a unicorn horn full of candies
Yeah, I'm going to eat the whole thing right away.
for your consolation prize.
Even though the story came completely out of nowhere, I'll take it.
She is definitely going to be sick in about an hour.
She'll be fine. It's fine.
I metabolize it rather quickly.
Okay,
You've
so she's
noticed-
definitely going to be sick in 20 minutes instead of an hour.
On the plus side, it's raining and I like this. It's refreshing.
You notice that they've started to kind of like shut down some of the events. They shut down the goblin wrestling because they don't want them wrestling in the mud, and
That's
they
a
got the
whole different event.
they got the grappling pit closed, and some of the things that require the outside. Archer's Alley gets closed because raindrops are a little bit difficult. The meat pie eating contest and Liars and Truth Seekers appear to be still kind of open, but it looks like they're pretty much closing everything up because nobody prepared for weather.
Do we want to go do
Interesting.
something before it closes, or
Up to you guys.
I mean, I don't want to be, the last customer who comes in 2 minutes before closing, right?
Do we see people going to either of these before we make up our mind?
No, you
Or-
just see like the ones that are kind of standing in line already, but you don't see anybody. Most people are kind of like running, covering their heads, trying to get inside, whether they're going home because they live there or they're going back to their hotels or to get something inside to eat, whatever.
Does it
Yes,
look
rain.
like the rain is like set in for the whole day, or is this just like a little storm that'll pass in an hour?
It actually appears to be getting worse. Like it goes from, just like the light rain when it started to like a more heavy rain and thunder and lightning sort of starting to set in. The clouds seem to be rolling in fairly quickly over the area, which is kind of strange as where you're at sits mostly above the clouds. So storm clouds rolling in.
Right. That's interesting. Well, and if they're rolling in quickly, assuming this is natural, if they're rolling in quickly, that also means they'll roll out quickly, in
Yeah.
theory.
Hold on.
I mean, if it's getting worse, we could just head back to the inn for a little bit. Wait it out. Yeah.
Actually, I could figure out what's going to happen. I have druid craft.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Is this natural? It's a bit weird that it's up this high. Is it worth walking all the way back to the hotel? Or do we just find an awning somewhere to wait it out for 10 minutes?
Figure out what's going on.
Cora, as far as your magic knows, it looks like it's gonna storm pretty bad. Like a tropical storm that nobody knew was coming is starting to roll in. Remember, the floating island that you're on is above the ocean.
Okay.
Very, very
Right.
practical for a hurricane to roll in.
We were on the coast before, or close to the coast.
Yeah.
That's right.
And if that city was destroyed by like who knows what down there, imagine what it would be like up here.
Well, at least we're above the ocean, so all we
Yeah,
have to
some
deal with is
waves.
the stuff coming down, not necessarily the stuff coming in.
Yeah. Well, let's say we head back to the inn regardless.
Yeah, those
Those are
are
there.
big storms. Those are all day sorts of events.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
head back
I
there.
agree.
We can play like tic-tac-toe or something. I don't know.
Do we have to stay
Yeah.
in the room?
I would say stay inside the inn so we're all near each other just in case.
Yeah, these things tend to kick up a lot of wind, especially this
Yeah.
high up. I don't want
Yeah.
you to get blown off the island.
Are we fine?
So you say.
I mean, even like a bird couldn't fly in the wind though, even if you like shape-shifted into one.
Yeah, but in a storm like this, most of the birds aren't stupid. And they take shelter in a tree.
Yeah.
They don't fly around because, yeah.
So take shelter in the inn.
But no, Cora dear, I suppose you don't have to hang out inside. I know you don't like that very much.
It's
Is there, like,
getting
we
dark
need to-
as
Yeah,
well.
let's walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
It's like
Talk.
midday, and it's as dark now as it would be at night.
Yeah, walk and talk.
Is
Keep
there
walking.
any, like, yeah, as we're sort of leaving, like at the entrance, is there someone official looking around that, like, a festival employee, so to speak?
Not necessarily somebody that you would recognize as like a carny, because it's not a standard traveling carnival. It's more like a city festival. But you see like a lot of like city guards in place all around,
That would work. Just someone who's, sort of an authority figure and is local specifically.
Sure.
So yeah, I'll pull a city guard aside as we're exiting. Excuse me, you live around here, yeah?
Well, yup, just right up the way with my mother.
I'm sorry. um, storms like this, are they quite common around here? We're very high up.
Well, I think, yeah, I think they're common. I don't.
And about, do they last a while? Will it be gone in a few hours, or are we going to be socked in for a few days? Is the festival off?
Well, I haven't really heard anything about that. And he scratches his head.
Okay. Do these things tend to last a while?
3 days, 4 days, 13 days.
Can I insight check him? Does it look like he knows what he's talking about, or is he just throwing out numbers that he knows?
You don't even have to insight to very physically see that you're asking questions that are very much above his realm of comprehension.
Okay.
He's very, very big and tall. He's very beefy, but he's looks like
Campbell energy.
Knife in the drawer.
he was playing egg ball. He didn't wear his helmet and got hit a couple of times harder than he should have.
We've got some CTE going on here.
Yeah.
Excellent. Does he have a coworker nearby?
Why don't we ask the innkeeper?
There we go. Okay.
Let's do that.
never
Now
mind.
that we were indoors, out of this.
Yeah.
Let's do
I'll
that.
sort of pat him like on whichever bit of his arm is nearby, because I don't think I could reach his head. Thank you, dear. As you are.
He just kind of nods at you.
Was his arm like rocks?
Yeah. Like when you touch him, he's like very The Rock, very Dwayne Johnson.
Excellent. Good. Yeah, innkeeper. Much better idea.
Yep. All right, yeah, head on back. You want to talk to the innkeeper, and then I'll make sure these two get up stairs. Okay.
We don't have to go upstairs. We're not going to bed. We just got up.
Well, is there is there common area that we can probably sit in, or?
Yeah, there's a lounge.
Okay.
There's like a lounge bar-ish area, kind of where they do the complimentary breakfast, lunches, and dinners that you pay for, and
Yeah,
all of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just thinking our rooms were
Like
big.
the main floor of any hotel, right? So there's like the place where you eat, and then there's like a workout place, and then the people who didn't pay for private showers and bath, they have, like the common area for that,
Okay.
all of that. And there's an indoor pool and all of that there as well.
Yeah, let's just hang out down here for a bit.
That works.
Yeah, I'll go and find the innkeeper, the concierge, barmaid, whatever.
There's no barmaid. There's a bell on the bar that's set for service.
I do the bell.
And
I love doing this. It makes me happy.
like while you're ringing the bell, like when you look up, Bob is standing there, and you're like, oh.
Bob. Hi, Bob. Question. This rather ominous and scary looking storm that's rolling in, are those, the city is quite high up, are those common? Do they happen regularly?
Well, there's been a few storms since I've been here, but this one moved rather fast.
I did
Interesting.
notice that. I just figured we're up so high, maybe everything is just different up here. The ones in the past, how long do they last? A few hours or is it days?
It depends on if it's a big storm or a little storm. Sometimes only a couple of hours, sometimes it'll rain for a few days.
And do you know if there are plans to cancel or reschedule the festival, or is it going to go on as planned?
Did you see the smoke coming from the Citadel Tower?
Did I?
If you looked, I don't know.
I didn't specifically look, but it might have. I don't know if it fell within the realm of passive perception.
Maybe might. Where the big college is, there's the Citadel Tower, and there's smoke that burns from the top, or it comes from the top of the tower.
I mean, would it have been within like easy peripheral vision line of sight as we were walking back to the hotel?
So it's kind of central to the island, similar to kind of beach flags. How they have, like, if it's a green flag, you can swim. If it's a yellow flag, it's under, caution, red flag, whatever. They do similar smoke signals from the Citadel Tower.
Gotcha. All right. Well, what color was the smoke?
It was white when you got there and green when the festival started.
Okay.
What color is it now?
Yeah, what color is it when we were walking back?
I can put my head out and see.
Yeah, you can pop your head out and look.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Definitely do that.
It's yellow.
We'll pop our heads out like on top.
It's yellow.
Okay.
Now it's yellow.
I will tell Bob that.
Well,
seems like it was, green this morning and yellow now.
Yellow just means that they're cautioning folks. If it goes red, they'll cancel the festival.
Okay, good to know. You said it was moving rather fast. Faster than you've seen before.
Yes, usually they come in, but we usually have some time. The mages, they normally are good at telling these things.
When you're this high up, it seems like weather that's rolling in, you'd be able to see for many, many miles out.
You would think.
Huli,
Yes.
given how large and how quickly this happened, would it be fair to make the assumption this is not completely natural?
You could roll a nature to try to figure that out.
All right.
I was kind of trying to get at that without being completely metagamey.
Well, Cora is your weather savant, so it would make sense for her to want to know or to question.
That's going to be a 17.
As far as you can tell, it feels natural, but it's something borderlining for you. You're just like, As far as I can tell, it's natural, but it just feels off. So you do feel like something is a little off, but from everything you're seeing, it feels natural to you. Like it is real rain, real thunder, real clouds, all of that. None of that is illusionary or anything of the sort.
Yeah. I imagine it's real. I'm just kind of in the mindset of, okay, if you're powerful enough, you can create storms. Did someone make this? For whatever reason.
Maybe if it was created, someone that wants to cancel the festival for whatever reason.
Or not the festivals necessarily, but the conclave.
Yeah,
Everyone loves a party, but a political meeting,
unless you weren't
that's another
invited and
story.
you were Maleficent.
As a distraction, or if they shut down the city, it gets bad enough.
Everybody will be indoors.
Well, I mean, the conclave is still happening behind closed doors, but
Yeah, but no one will be around. You know, all
Yeah.
the people are going to be, you know, at their homes or their inns.
right.
You know, concerning.
Yeah, that's
Especially
odd
if the
and
mages didn't know this was coming.
right. I didn't realize they were, weather wizards, but if they didn't, again, we're so high up. You can
Right.
see so far from here. And a
Yeah.
storm that big, you had to have seen it coming. Unless it didn't exist 2 hours ago, for example.
Yeah. Do we know, like, roughly where the conclave is meeting in their big old building?
In the center of the city where the university and like town castle keep is.
Okay. I wonder, Finka, if we send my Raven with a message to the people that you guys know on the conclave saying, hey, send us back if you're good. Are you okay? Just wanted to check it on you. We're in town.
That's not a terrible idea.
I just would need to, we need to figure out, you know, who would get it.
Well, maybe let's wait until the actual meeting is finished, or maybe is getting ready to be finished.
Yeah.
And then, send either the Raven or, a person.
I will suggest the Ravens so none of us, you know, get injured by any means. Raven
Fair,
is not real. So it's very familiar. So you can just,
fair.
you know,
I mean,
as a bit-
The storm is clearly ramping up, so if anyone needs to personally go anywhere, it's now or never.
Right.
But yeah, if your Raven can serve as a proxy, can it communicate?
We'd have to tie it to a letter, you know, to it. Or
Oh,
something,
okay.
some
It
kind of
would
way.
be a
Yeah.
messenger.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see through it for, you know, about 100 feet or so, but I'm sure we're more than 100 feet away.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But I mean, if it can carry a message, that's
Right.
something.
Yeah.
I think that's not a terrible idea. Let's give it an hour or so and make sure the meeting has actually wrapped up. Because if they're cloistered, if the doors are all closed, then the Raven's not going to do as much good.
Actually, I can speak through it. But
Oh.
I don't know if that's a distance thing, like above the
Oh.
table. I don't know if I can look into that.
That would be unfortunate.
Let me figure that out.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's wait a little bit. Because, DM, you said the meeting was essentially all morning, right? Okay.
Essentially,
So, yeah,
think of
let's-
it like school time is meeting time, and then like the evening is when any of the events or anything are going on.
Oh, okay. So they might be in there until like mid-afternoon. Okay.
Hooli,
Let's break
do you
lunch, though, right?
know for Voice of the Chainmaster? I can communicate telepathically with your familiar and perceive through its senses, as long as we're on the same plane of existence. I can also sense through it and speak through it with my own voice. As I have a distance, do you know? It doesn't say.
Your familiar can only go what, like a mile from you.
Are we within a mile of the city center or not really? No, okay.
No, so the whole island is like 10 miles by 10 miles. Okay. So
Okay.
you're in the outside, you're probably a good 5
Okay.
from city center.
Okay.
Because you're in like the middle kind of ring. but still like the edge to middle ring. That makes
So,
sense.
Finca and party, we always could try and find like a bar or a tavern nearby, you know, where we kind of sit down, have a drink, have food. I send my Raven, speak through it, you know, close enough, say, hey, we need to talk to so and so.
That's not a terrible idea. And again, if we're going to be out in this, sooner rather than later.
Right. So
Because
maybe
we don't want to be stuck there for
Right.
the duration of this, whatever that happens to be. We definitely want to be in the building where our beds are located.
Right.
So yeah, if we're going to do that, let's do it now.
Yeah. So let's gather up Vex and Cora. Stay as a group.
Yep. Buddy system, 100%.
Try to find as close as possible to the city center.
We want
as
like a
tavern
trendy downtown bar.
with like all the bells and whistles.
Yeah. Awesome mixed drinks, good music, the whole thing.
I would like Vex to give me a perception check.
Okay. That's not good. That's a 6.
Okay. Cora, I want one from you also, please.
Okay.
Yours is going to be hearing based, clearly, so you can do your advantage as well.
With advantage, okay. That is going to be an 18.
All right. So even though Vex didn't see anything, Cora, you heard and felt somebody quickly and quietly come up near you and then go away while Arso and Finka were talking.
I'm gonna go follow. I'm gonna go follow this person.
You follow to like a side corridor where like staff would go, and when you hit the corridor, you lose trail of them.
Huh. Could I stop someone and see if they saw anyone nearby?
You don't hear or feel like anybody is in the area where you are.
Over around this. So there's something around this area. Basically, is they came here and then they were gone.
Yeah, maybe like they came up and slipped something to Vex, but she didn't see it. You just felt the presence.
Okay. I'll go back and check on with the others. So there was a person, and then there wasn't a person.
That's disturbingly vague.
Did they leave something here?
A person? I didn't see a person.
Did you murder them? What sort of... There was a person and then there wasn't a person.
There was a person nearby. They were very quiet, and then they were gone. I
Oh.
tried to follow, and they're gone. But they came up to us, and then they were gone.
So yeah, back to what's also said. Was there a drop of something? Clearly they didn't want to talk to us.
Did they put something near you, or
Everyone check your pockets.
Give me a, if you're looking around, give me a perception.
yeah, I'm gonna be looking.
Me too.
Y'all can look.
15.
You.
I rolled jack shit. 10.
What are we rolling?
Perception.
Perception to see if there's anything nearby.
I got a 4. I'm just gonna chalk this up to being like in a candy coma.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
Zarso has a 15.
Zarso,
There
you
you go.
see a red napkin laying on the bar where the rest of your napkin been white cocktail napkins.
I'm gonna grab the red napkins. like writing on it.
When you pick up the napkin and you flip it over, it says, "Meet me in your room in 10 minutes."
Okay, I'll because of my telepathy necklace, I'm gonna tell that to my 3 folks near me. First saying, "Hey, it's Sarso," in your mind. Telepathy necklace, remember? Meet in the room in 10, so that way I don't announce that publicly.
Are you indicating the napkin?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you do with the napkin?
For now, I'll put it in my bag.
Let's keep that with us for sure.
Yeah. For now, yeah.
How long do you think you're holding the napkin before you stick it in your bag?
Uh-oh.
Not that long. I'm gonna do it less than 30 seconds or so. I mean, I read it, put it away so no one can read it, send the message out.
Just as you stick it in your bag and you go to pull your hand out, you feel this like sharp kind of burning pain at your fingertips. And then when you open your bag and look down, the napkin is a pile of ashes.
Okay, lovely.
I was going to suggest burning it later, so this is great.
That's not sus at all.
I had a feeling with the direction of how long did you hold it? It's gone.
Well, yeah. I'm going up to our room.
Sure, yeah, me too, I guess.
Let's do that kind of together, like, oh wow, this man's making me tired.
Vexy needs a nap.
Midday nap. Let's
Vex,
go,
though,
guys.
legitimately needs a nap and is not, in fact, faking it.
You guys can take naps. I'm going to sit on our balcony. I think I'm going to have a good view of the storm there.
No,
Yeah.
Or at least, well, not really view like all of you, but I can at least listen to it. Just enjoy the feeling.
I will accompany you. I'm not obviously taking a nap. I'm just faking it until we get upstairs, so nothing is suspicious. But I will join you on the balcony because I do like a good rain when it's not, making my socks wet. There's nothing worse than wet socks.
This is why I don't wear socks. I don't wear shoes.
Yes.
So
your feet are tougher than mine, dear. Mine get cold and don't like pokey rocks.
You should try going barefoot. It's amazing.
Like I said, pokey rocks.
Alright. We are up
I do
in
go
my-
barefoot when I know that if I'm like in a lovely mossy glade in the forest or on the beach or something, then sure, I love going barefoot. But if there's rocks involved, not so much.
Dog.
Anyway, yes, looking at the rain, waiting for 10 minutes.
Just gonna get soaked to the bone. It's great.
So, okay, thank you. All right, go on. Hold on. Get down, DM dog. Thank you. He thinks he wants to play too. So, when you get up to your rooms and you open your door, you see your bags are packed and sitting on your beds, but like at the foot of your beds. Your room is clean. All of your belongings are packed up and picked up and put in your bags.
Okay.
But you don't see
That's
anybody
cool.
in there.
Not suspicious at all.
Rude.
Totally normal behavior.
Also, someone... This definitely means that some stranger went through my underwear.
Now the
Okay.
Is anyone else skeeved out by this, or is this just regular level of suspicion? No,
I
that's
mean,
just
like,
great.
underwear,
Good.
lack thereof, whatever. Whatever they find is what they find.
Okay.
If that's what you need to know about me,
I
Thank
was
God.
told I have to wear clothes. I wear
Noted.
clothes.
Okay. Good. Great. All right.
Like, I wear the bare minimum of what I can get away with because apparently it's rude and something about not. I don't know. I never understood the rules very well. With all of that.
It's fine. This is just, I don't know.
Somebody give me a perception check. I don't care who.
Let's see if I can do any better
Not
on this
Bex.
than the last one.
Bex is probably actually sleeping.
I am supposed to be all percepty, but okay, that's much better. 21.
Okay. So when the lightning flashes, you see a figure on your balcony.
Well, I think they're here. Is this a figure I recognize?
No, that's a cloaked, hooded figure.
Good.
Open the balcony doors.
Not suspicious.
Long black cloak, black leathers underneath, black leather boots, and then they have kind of like a facial covering across the bottom of their hood. The only thing you can see is like a swoop of dark hair and some eyes.
I don't have my bow on me because we were in public, but the like little utility knife that I keep on my belt for, stuff, I'm definitely going to put my hand on it right now. I'm not going to pull it, but I'm going to put my hand on it.
It's pretty dark on the balcony, right?
Yeah, it's dark out, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything like on the balcony other than
There's
the person?
like a table, like a little breakfast nook table and chairs out there. Like
Okay.
yeah, you on a patio, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Can I cast light on one of the chairs and like light it up so we can see who it is?
I will ask you to rethink your decision if you want to light up a stranger on your balcony when you were asked to meet in secret or not.
Okay.
That's up to you.
I will wait then.
They
I
went
throw
through
open
our
the doors.
Right.
Hi. Hello.
Get your things. We must leave now.
I'm
You're going to have to
tired.
elaborate a bit on that.
It's not
Right.
safe. The green cloaks are coming.
Okay. I grab my bag. I grab Vex's bag. I grab Vex. Adventure. Adventure.
Who are you?
A friend.
I mean,
Okay.
suspicious storm, suspicious person in our room telling us to go.
Is the conclave at risk?
I can't answer any questions until we leave here.
Where are we going, if not here?
That's
Are
a
we leaving-
question, Finka.
Are we leaving this city entirely?
Yes, it's not safe.
What
Roll
about
me
the
another
residents
perception.
who live
Are you
here?
standing on the balcony with them or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me another perception.
20.
Okay. You see coming down the road like a battalion of soldiers marching side by side with 6 green cloaks in front of them. So they're like 2 by 2. You got two green cloaks and then a bunch of like what the city guards, what you saw earlier, following behind them.
Okay. Sure. All right.
Say, let's go.
Yeah, it's not like we were doing anything important right this second anyway. We were just sitting out the rain. Let's go.
How do you propose we leave? Where are we going? Like, how?
He
That
hands
train.
you an emerald green dragon scale.
Touch.
You are transported like a port key, Cora, when you touch it.
I'm holding on to Vex. Do we both go?
Yep.
All right. We're gone.
I'll grab my stuff and touch it. They already went. I mean, we gotta follow.
Yeah, all right. I'm coming.
So when you all touch the scale and you travel just like a port key, like it's an instant teleportation. And you find yourselves on the shoreline down in the area where you had been investigating before you went up to the city. And you see a boat.
Wait, are we down in that abandoned city, or are we up where we camped?
You're down in the abandoned city on the coast.
Okay, so not like
Okay.
in the city.
So a place we were told not to be, we're now in.
By the people who were storming into the city.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, the people that took the gem book from us were those green cloaks.
Yeah. The people who yelled at us for being in the city in the first place.
Yeah.
And they were marching through the streets when we weren't in the city. And in order to avoid them, we are now in the place they told us not to come back to.
Okay. Turn it over to the person I'm assuming is with us now.
Yeah, did he just drop us or did he come with us?
No, he's with you.
Okay.
So what's going on?
You must get on that boat and leave here.
I think we are owed an explanation, at least in part. We had an interaction with the Green Cloaks in this city not 2 days ago. They seemed very angry that we were here. And now you brought us here in order to get away from them in the city. Do you see how there's some circular nonsense happening right now?
You're being accused of treason. You must leave.
Treason.
What?
All we've done is play games.
I was gonna say, we were playing party games. Is this about us being in the city a few days ago? They said if we left, it would all be fine.
He pulls his cloak to the side, and you see underneath his cloak, he's in all black leathers, very roguelike sort of outfit. He pulls his cloak to the side, and he pulls out this like very bright silver wand, and he waves it, and it makes like an image out of the air, kind of like a silent image would be. And it's an image which looks like your group sneaking into the conclave and killing conclave members.
Well,
We did it!
I mean, obviously we didn't, but like, people are thinking whatever this
Why
is.
not?
Someone must know something about why we were here.
Okay.
I'll tell you who you see in this. It's like kind of watching a hologram video. You see Frigg die, and you see Freya die, and you see Tyr die.
So, is asking the guy that brought us here, is this like happened, or like people think it happened?
This happened. This is what happened today
Oh,
during
so
the meeting in the conclave.
That's ridiculous. I would never hurt Frigg. She's my friend. She taught me how to make soup.
Yeah, I think the fact that we didn't do this is...
We gotta go. We gotta go.
All
Are
right,
you
all right, all
coming
right.
with us, mysterious friend?
No,
Okay, can we let us know who
Yeah.
you are for like future reference?
And where are we going?
2 questions, yes.
Oh,
Walk and talk.
yeah, you're being taken to Botany Hemsis. You'll be safe there.
Do we know where that is? I don't have my map pulled up right now.
Botany Hem is at the bottom of Sumerkula.
Oh, we're going
It's
to another
essentially-
fucking continent.
It's essentially the bottom of the world.
Okay.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
We know destination. Now who
We're
are
going
you?
to fucking Antarctica, y'all.
That's better than, I guess, being accused of murder.
Oh, we're already accused. This is just what's the word? Evading arrest.
Tactfully evading arrest.
Yes.
Look, it's not good either way, but I know enough to know we don't want to stay because odds are we're gonna die if we stay.
Oh yeah, we learned our lesson. Not right now, don't mess with the green clothes. We learned that very clear.
Yes, we did. Yeah, all right. We can do something about this later, I suppose. Yeah.
On the ship.
Is there a crew, or like, do we have to operate this thing ourselves?
So when you get on, you see that you can only see on the map the upper level of the ship, but there is in the center, kind of where the mast is, there is like a down step to go down. Does that make sense? I don't know what the fucking words are. I'm a sailor. So
Stairs.
Yeah, there's stairs that
Ladder.
go down to the galley, I guess it would be called. There we go. So maybe it's the galley, I suppose, is what it is called. And when you do get on, there is a crew, but it is a skeleton crew. Very literally, a skeleton crew.
The fuck?
Keep your hands to yourself, I guess.
One of
They're
the
skeletons
in the back is standing on like a pedestal that's got a drum in the center. And once everybody is on, he starts beating the drum at a steady pace. And the boat kind of lurches forward.
Okay.
The like literal skeletons are operating this boat right now.
Correct. That is correct.
That's not creepy and weird at all. This is all perfectly fine. There's nothing unusual happening right now.
It is.
I think we process this later.
It is forming terribly.
Yeah. Hope no one is seasick. Vex, you ate a fuck ton of sugar earlier. Are you about to be seasick? Do I need to find you a bucket?
She's asleep. She's fine.
Probably for the best. Anyone else need a bucket? I feel like we should get them now if a bucket is going to be needed.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I think we just go.
All right. Onward, ho!
Yeah, the boat's already moving. It's very similar to a traditional Viking longship, but it's much bigger for longer distances, and there is the galley and everything underneath. You don't also have the treasure. It's just a pain ship, and I just didn't change it. So you don't also have the treasure on your map either, but you are on a very large ship, and it is still storming terribly. Like your skeleton crew is rowing you out into some very high, very choppy waves.
I guess hold on to something.
Or you could go underneath if you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
let's do that.
underneath. Underneath sounds lovely.
Take Vex with us, and we'll go
yeah.
underneath to be safe.
Especially if she's sleeping.
Yeah. trying to look and see if I have spells that could help, and I have nothing because I wasn't prepared for this today.
I don't think any of us were, so it's okay.
No, I think that was sort of the point.
Eh.
I put my camera off. Okay.
Well, I guess depending on how long we're gonna be at sea, I could prepare spells tomorrow, but...
Yeah, you didn't ask. You don't know.
Okay.
We're going where I think we're going. This is going to be lots and lots of days, I think. Unless this is the fastest ship ever invented.
Most I could maybe do is try to cast Entangle to where no one goes overboard at any point.
Well, if we go underneath, we'll be fine.
Like I said, you could go down underneath as well if you wanted to.
Yeah, I feel that's the safest option.
Yep.
Also, then if we're like attacked, we have a little bit of extra time to like figure our stuff out.
Not die instantly.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, for sure.
So, when you go down the stairs and it's kind of like open right there, but there's some stuff behind you and then forward. If you look behind, you'll see kind of where it's like a wall that is a door that goes into like sleeping quarters. And then like towards the front of the ship is a large open kind of hall area that's got some tables where people would sit to eat. And then there's like the kitchen, and there's a couple of cells that would be used for like a brig. And then there's the quartermaster storage. And in the sleeping area, there's like one room that's kind of like off itself is what would be the captain's quarters. But surprisingly enough, when you go below, there are 4 actual living beings. The captain, the first mate, the cook, and the quartermaster are all below.
Actual with like
Living
skin
beings. Yeah, living beings.
Hi. Hello.
They kind of look at you like they don't speak common.
Good.
All right, we're going through languages.
Yep.
We got Common, Draconic, Druidic, Elvish, Primordial on my end.
Sylvan, Dwarvish, and Orcish is what I can contribute to that.
I'm looking for mine. I don't know where it is on D&D Beyond.
Should be in
Proficiency.
Yeah.
Oh, right there, over there. Celestial, Common, and Giant.
Orcish will work.
Celestial, Giant.
Okay.
Orcish. Awesome. Hello. I hope someone told you we were coming.
They, like, if you're talking to the captain, they're kind of like sitting in the galley where you would eat kind of area. And he kind of grunts like a yes.
All right. I don't suppose there are beds that we could... Quarters, beds? I don't know how boats work.
He grunts and points to where the sleeping quarters are.
Okay.
You should ask how long this boat ride will take.
Yeah. How long to get where we're going? Do you know?
He tells you 7 days.
7 days. In common.
7 days.
And is this storm something we should be worried about?
He just says dangerous.
That gave me no new information. Lovely.
Yeah, Orcish is a stretch, so it's still like a communication barrier, but comprehensible.
Hand signals, etc.
Well, if it's going to be 7 days of travel, the storm can't last 7 days. There's no way.
Surely we'll pop out of it in a
Right.
few days, right? This can't
Or
be a
pop-
storm the size of the entire planet.
Right.
We're
Or
crossing
pop
an
it in
entire
ISO.
hemisphere.
Something.
A hemisphere and a half is what we have to cover right now. The storm can't be that big.
And I guess we'll think about the storm as a cover for now.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
So,
As long as it doesn't sink us outright.
yeah.
Jail is definitely better than drowned.
Depending on the jail.
Depends on the jail. And we don't know that we'll be jailed. If we're being accused of treason, they might just skip over all that. Anyway, yes, it's cover. There's the silver lining.
Yep.
We're good. It's fine.
So I guess we just go make 7 days of ship life not seem like 7 days of ship life.
Sure. I can make a lot of arrows in that time.
It's,
Just slowly.
I will sort of gesture at where he was pointing. It seems like our sleeping quarters are that way. That was as specific as I could get out of the conversation.
Okay.
It seems like they don't actually speak Orcish. It might be one of the related languages, and this was just sort of close.
It's like if you spoke Chinese and they spoke South African, and you both had a mutual understanding of Russian and were able to very minimally communicate in that way.
Gotcha. So yeah, Orcish is definitely not their primary language.
Totally fine.
They just had 2 years of it in high school.
okay.
I wonder, can you ask them in Orcish like what they speak? If they can like even say.
Sure, I can try. Sorry, what's your primary language? If it would be easier to talk to you.
He makes a grunting sound.
Good.
Try grunting.
I don't want to offend him accidentally.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, you're not Dory and you don't speak Wales, so probably shouldn't.
No.
Or you'll end up
No.
telling him his mother was an orc and his father smelled of elderberries.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Native primordial in all of its dialects. That's probably not going to help me.
What sort of languages might be related to Orcish? Some of the goblin languages, maybe, perhaps?
Giant isn't very close to Orcish, I'm assuming.
I mean,
I don't. I'm not familiar with the linguistic relationships in Sumerkula.
It could be an entirely different language than is on any character sheet as well. Be mindful. You're in a homebrew world. You're not in a module.
Anyway. Well,
should we
I
go
suppose-
kind of bunker down in those
Yeah.
sleeping quarters? Let's get set up there, kind of get our bearings in that. And
the last thing I will say to the captain before we hunker down, I know that the storm is going to be a bit rough. Please let us know if we can be helpful. None of us are very familiar with ships, but if someone needs, a rope tied or something held, please let us know if it would be helpful for us not to die.
He kind of grunts, and it ends up sounding like sleep now, work later.
Okay, I can work with that.
okay. Well, we'll figure it out tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah.
We
So-
each can maybe offer some kind of unique thing to,
Exactly.
what we're good at, essentially.
You all have some. Cora might have some. I don't know.
Yeah, I
The-
could. Ones I think might help are maybe Gust of Wind, Create Destroy Water, or Fog Cloud. The Fog Cloud mostly for stealth at best. I think those are really.
Destroy water might help, especially if we start taking on water. Getting rid of it might be extremely valuable.
Yeah, and Gust of Wind to maybe push us faster, maybe? I don't know.
Or if we start tipping,
Yeah.
maybe to put us back in the right direction.
Yeah, those are the only 3 at this level I could think would be of any use.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe have Fog Cloud ready to go,
Yeah.
but I think those other 2 definitely would come in handy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Those
And I don't have much of anything.
Yeah, I mean, the best I could offer them is like medical care.
Yeah.
If one of their crew, other than the skeletons, gets injured.
Debatably warding wind.
Maybe if we get attacked.
Like
I have thaumaturgy as well.
like,
If we need, an artificial lighthouse or something.
And I can do light as well. So
Yeah. The rest of my stuff is combat. The rest of my spells are combat stuff.
Right.
that might be our swap things out for the next.
Well, and Nixie, in theory, with his whole chameleon thing, one of the things that he can do is he can
Restoration.
do a little bit of ice, not a lot, but a little. He's not. I'm only starting to train him, so I don't know how reliable that would be, but it's something.
like
I have frostbite and Rhymes binding ice always prepared, so we can at least make ice if needed.
Yeah, solid water instead of liquid water.
Hmm.
Don't know if it'd be helpful. It just is something that occurred to me.
Okay.
Mostly, I think. So if Nixie is just sort of hanging out on my shoulder with the rain coming down and everything, I think he has definitely turned kind of bluish. And every time he sort of opens his mouth to make a little noise, I imagine there's like little lightning sparks sort of dancing around his teeth because he sees the lightning around and is trying to copy it.
Probably want to keep that. Do we want to add lesser restoration for any reason?
No.
No? Okay. Gust of wind. Sort that out. Loading. Air bubble. What are you? You speak.
Yeah, but I guess we just figured out the situation, kind of branch out from there, kind of slowly over the 7 days, kind of get our feet in the ship.
That's only one person. I'm not gonna grab that. Okay.
Sleep and then hunker down and be available to be helpful if we're asked.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the crew quarters, it seems like a lot of the beds are dusty because it's a skeleton crew. There's a few of them that look like they get used. They're like bunk beds with foot lockers at the end of each of them. And there's probably, 50 of them with 2 each. So about 100 beds. You can find a spot wherever you wanted.
Plenty of space.
Okay.
It's a very, very large ship. Very, very large.
Yeah, I'll just find a bed. If there's one sort of facing the door, that'd be great.
So they're like on the sides, and then like the door would be in the middle. So
Okay. I'll pick one like not right next to the door because that's dumb. I don't know, maybe like a third of the way down. And can I open up the trunk? Is there anything in there?
yeah, they're empty, except for the
Okay.
ones that are at the occupied beds. It's just where you could put your stuff so it doesn't roll around.
Okay, yeah. I'll take my pack off and kind of stow it in there so that it doesn't, roll around.
Yeah, and I'll do the same. I mean,
I think I'm gonna
let's stay
keep
near each other.
my bow and quiver out, and I'll see if I can sort of fasten it to like one of the posts of the bed so that it's out, but it's not gonna fly
So you
around.
kind of like want to hang your bow by the string and your quiver by
yeah, the
You can
strap.
do that on the post at the corner of the edge of the bed. Like it's
Perfect,
raised
yeah.
up enough to slip it over.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely want that out, but not, getting tossed every time we hit a wave.
Right.
Just in case there's something else sus going on here, because it's been that kind of day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got what Finka's getting ready for going to bed. Zarso, you doing anything special before getting into bed?
No, I'll just keep my focus on me, like I'm probably normally would, kind of near my bedside.
Okay.
Put my clothing pack in the trunk. That's all I really have. Keep my other stuff on.
Okay. Or are you doing anything special before going to bed?
I don't think so. I think I'm 24. Druidcraft. I guess I could try Druidcraft to see what within these next 24 hours the weather might be like. It's probably stormy.
Well, and we're in a different location now,
Yeah.
so the spell
Yeah.
might tell you something different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That might be a good one to just do every couple of hours,
Yeah.
so that we know as soon as our situation changes.
Yeah.
It tells you still that it's going to be storming.
Okay.
Like you've got your weather radar up and you're just hitting refresh every few minutes.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, it's a cantrip, so it can't hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm
That's
just
your
mentally.
job. You're the weather lady.
Yep. This is what I excel in. Weather. Specifically,
Alright.
this kind of weather, oddly enough. So.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So you do your preparations and things, and you crawl into bed, and you fall asleep. In your sleep, couple hours, 3, 4, maybe 5 at the most, when you're woken up by screaming. And the sound of large clacking across the deck of the boat.
Go.
Does this sound like regular people screaming?
Yeah, like what it would sound like if a crew of people was getting attacked
Good.
by a
Alright.
crazy monster.
Most of
Yeah.
the crew is skeletons and doesn't have vocal cords, so is this like one of the humans?
Maybe the skeletons can scream. We don't know. Magic.
Okay, all right.
Magic be weird.
Is there like any porthole windows in this?
Oh yeah, are there any like little like loopholes?
No.
Would I?
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but that sounded like what we need help sounds like.
Yeah, we can head up there and see.
Would I be working with the spells I had mentally prepared for tomorrow, or what I had for the?
Whatever you're getting ready to prepare for tomorrow is fine.
Okay, I'm trying to see what spells I'm working with for today, for this fight that we're likely about to go into.
So you're gonna run up on the deck.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, let's go carefully and see if we can see what we're about to get into before we're actually in it.
So you go out and you don't see anybody in the galley or anything like that. You don't see the captain or anybody. You go up the stairs. And when you get up there, you see the crew is actually not skeletons anymore. They're in actual flesh form. And you see there is a giant thanopod on the deck of the ship, just shredding crew members. If you don't know what a thanopod is, giant crab. And this one is very scary. It has like a mouth to it in the front. It's like you can see like a big toothy kind of maw that opens sideways, and it's like when it like it will bite them or snap them in half, and like the crew is scrambling on the deck. Just when you guys hit the deck and you see this creature, you see the captain, who is very large himself, probably Goliath size, about the size of Wolf Saga, but he's just very large. You see him and the first mate, who's just a little smaller, with makeshift battering rams, essentially, and they both at the same time hit the Thanopod. When they do, they push it back, and it goes across the grate that's on the deck, the wooden kind of grate, and it falls through to the under of the ship.
Okay, so it's still on the ship, but it's not. It's down now.
Yes, down below. And when you look around, you see a majority of the crew is decimated. There's just like the captain, the cook, the first mate, and maybe 3 or 4 crew members left.
I'm gonna run over to the captain. Do we need to kill this thing, or were you intending to capture it?